If you're visiting Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and you're looking for a Mexican seafood restaurant, then you should consider Taco Mar, located on the corner of Avenue Mexico and Venezuela. It's a quaint restaurant with indoor and outdoor seating, serving traditional and non-traditional seafood dishes, plus other things for the non-seafood lovers. One of their specialties is homemade salsa, where they use roasted peppers and onions and tomatoes. They grind up in a molcajete at tableside, and that is included as part of the service. The restaurant has both indoor and outdoor seating. The outdoor seating is located on a busy street, but it's actually quite quaint, and they have it well set up. And the indoor section is just absolutely gorgeous the way they've designed it. It's very bright. It's open for a small restaurant. It's just got this interesting vibe that I really enjoy. It has a beautiful bar with bar-side seating. It gives off a feeling of warmth, and it just seems to be a great place to hang out in. But today we decided to sit outside as the weather was quite nice, and there was a 4-person table available to us. I've heard about this restaurant from friends, and then on Facebook the reviews have been just out of this world, so I knew at one point in time I would have to make my way down here and try it out. And I think by the end of this video here, you'll see why the reviews are so great, not only for the food, but the service as well. Speaking about the food, I'll have the menus posted at the very end of this video, so if you're interested in understanding what they offer, you'll find it there. What do you think of the margaritas?
Mucho muy bien.
And what kind do you have?
Mango?
Mango and lime. Fantastic. Okay, let's see the official taste test. Went right to your brains too.
Brain freeze.
One of the items that this restaurant is well known for, and why a lot of people like to come here, is their free table-size salsa that they prepare for you prior to receiving your dinner. Use all fresh ingredients, including serrano peppers and tomatoes, which they roast on a grill. They said that is to give it extra flavor, and then they use specialty cheeses and so forth, which they add to it. And they serve it on tortilla chips. Now, this gentleman here, our server, is actually going to make it in a large molcajete bowl or grinding dish. I'm not exactly sure what the material is, but I believe it's a stone dish, but it's probably some sort of cast ceramic. If somebody knows, please leave me a comment. These things are very common in Puerto Vallarta, especially at a lot of the restaurants. If they're making guacamole or salsa, they'll generally make it in a molcajete dish like this and then serve it to you. And if you're interested in purchasing one of the molcajete dishes, you can find them at most of the stores and flea markets around the town of Puerto Vallarta. Our waiter was extremely entertaining, describing how he makes his salsa and all the preparations with it. But unfortunately, there's some music behind us that would infringe on copyright protection, so I can't give you his speech. I wish I could, because he was actually quite humorous as well, so I'll just describe what he's doing here. That way, if you're interested, you can do it at home. So the first part was to put in about half of a medium-large serrano pepper that had been grilled. He slices that up, and then he grinds it with the pedestal here. And then he takes 2 tomatoes that have been also roasted and cuts those up with his fork and knife here into smaller pieces. And then he'll grind those. And then he added what he called that panela cheese, and he said it's like a greaseless cow cheese that I guess without the grease or the fat, it's just a nicer addition for the salsa itself. And the last 2 ingredients are some finely chopped onions and cilantro. So all those go into the molcajete, and then he basically cuts them up into smaller pieces and then uses the pedestal to grind them up. And then after grinding them, he takes the whole molcajete bowl with all the tortilla chips and places on the table, and you just use the chip to scoop up the salsa and eat. Now, we didn't order any guacamole today, but they would also do the same sort of process for their guacamole, using the same molcajete bowls, grinding it up with their variety of ingredients. So I guess the next time I'm here, I'm going to have to experience that, because I've heard great things about that as well. The one difference is the salsa is free, the guacamole you have to pay for. So this was a very different salsa for me. It had the roasted peppers as well as the roasted tomatoes really gave it this great flavor. The panela cheese, the onion, and the cilantro just added to that flavor. In terms of spiciness, it had a little bit of a bite when you first bit into it, but it was a sort of a warm, sort of hot heat to it, but not overly spicy. It was just a great flavor, really nice accents to it. I must admit, I really enjoyed it, and I'm definitely going to try this recipe at home. So shortly after completing our appetizer, the salsa, they came out very quickly with our meals. We all ordered a different dish. I ordered the Baja-style shrimp tacos that you see just being put down here. And I will say they were excellent, and they came with all the trimmings, salsa, chipotle sauce, and so forth. My wife ordered what they call a supazar shrimp, so it's like a chipotle sauce on the shrimp, coming with all the fixings, including a salad and rice. And our friend Gail ordered what they called a haracha. I've never heard of this dish before, but what it is a flatbread made out of corn, topped with salsa and beans and cheese, and then you add any type of meat that you want to have with that. Really interesting, and I guess I'm going to have to come back and try that one. Now, the last dish was from our friend David here, and he ordered a mokahate. They have a seafood mokahate on the menu, but he doesn't like seafood, so he ordered something a little off the menu, and the waiter here in the kitchen was more than helpful and accommodating, so he had basically chicken and a flank steak mokahita, a mokahate. I believe that's how you pronounce it. In addition to the meat that's in mokahate, they also serve it with tortillas, and they had some fresh fruit, some roasted pineapple, and then it looked like a cactus pieces, which are also fried up. It was quite large, and he could barely finish it, so actually he couldn't finish it, and he let me sample it, and I would say it was actually quite great. It actually had a green sauce with it, by the way, and I really enjoyed that as well. Well, at the end of the day, everybody was extremely satisfied with their meals. Liked the variety, liked the atmosphere, definitely liked the service. And if you have a chance, we highly recommend this restaurant. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like and subscribe.